Good evening, everyone. Welcome all for our Tuesday night meditation. And today, Bhante Kamalasari is with me. And Bhante Metta is in Akron. You know that in Akron, we have a branch temple, and they are going to have a big ceremony on this Saturday, which is the annual robe offering ceremony. You remember that we had a robe offering ceremony at our own center beginning of this month. And so Bhante Metta is helping to organize that ceremony. And the other visiting monk is preparing things in our temple, because tonight my master, who ordained me at the age of 10, is coming to visit us. So tonight, he's coming to visit the new center, new place, because he has visited twice before, and he came from my graduation ceremony, and now he's coming after 5 years. So he hasn't been to our new center. He's coming to see the new center and give blessings, and we'll give some Dhamma talks too. But he will also attend the robe offering ceremony in Accra. So therefore, only two of us here today. That's more than enough, right? Yeah. And if you read the quote today, we talk about how we can develop inner stability while many changes are happening outside, right? Because always, we are conditioned by status of our mind. How we feel is always conditioned by who we meet, what kind of things happen to us. It's always it's surrounding. The surrounding will determine how we feel on a given any point of time. That's how usually we live our life. But it's also possible that we develop inner ability to maintain kind of stability while recognizing all these changes happening outside of us. And then by recognizing and acknowledging and even responding to all these things, but at the same time maintain maintain more a stable place within ourselves. That is a great ability that we have as human beings, because we are not only conditioned by our genetic inheritance, we are not only conditioned by our environment. Definitely those things are a big part of ourselves, but we also have this ability of consciousness, this volition, the ability to train our mind. So it will be wonderful, right, if we can develop that ability to stay balanced and stay stable while we are facing all kind of different things. It's we all drive, right, in vehicles, and of course most of the roads in the US is quite paved, quite balanced. But that there are some roads can be not paved, but in many other countries, roads are not that paved. But vehicles are built in a way that although the roads are not paved, we will drive through high and low. But they are built in a particular way that that vehicle will stay balanced no matter the tire is going up and down. So we call it shock absorber. Shock absorber. Shock absorber, right? But we call it shock absorber. So somehow it will maintain the balance. So when it needs to be, extended, it will extend, keep the, car balance, and when it needs shorten, it will shorten, and somehow it keep the balance. So as human beings, so what this quote is pointing to is actually we can develop such an ability. Not at once, but gradually, we will be able to develop such an ability to we will have a bumpy ride, but still we kind of maintain that inner stability, and that's a gift. We have the capacity to do it, but it requires training, and that is why we are here, right? And gradually recognize that inner capacity, and then gradually develop it. And it's always a challenge, for all of us, always a challenge. And particularly, I think during this period, I think it's November today, right? So November is beginning of the November can be always contentious, always can be a lot of arguments, and you may have your loved one who will not agree with your viewpoints. You will have your co-workers who have different ideas and viewpoints, and this is also a time that we get a lot of agitation too. Like, and if you are watching always the media, and it's all over, right? And so this is also the period that we need to maintain some kind of sanity, some kind of inner stability, to even to listen to the viewpoints that we may not completely agree with, right? Yeah. And it's not easy, right? Yeah. But can we disagree but still be okay? That's the big challenge, right? Yeah. Well, the reason is that when we like certain opinion, when we like certain policy, and we also develop kind of ownership to it. We also develop kind of identity around it. So if someone is criticizing the viewpoint, the policy, the ideal that we like, and we feel hurt, because other than approving or agreeing with that policy or with that ideal, without knowing, we have also developed kind of ownership or an identity around it. That's where all the emotional problems comes in, and that's when we take things personal, right? I think so that recognizing this. I mean, when someone is talking about things that we don't approve, you will see this urge. They will see this tension happening inside you, and you really have to watch that, and have to ask yourself, am I feeling uncomfortable because is it because that his idea will bring some disaster to the society, or am I feeling upset because because what I like is being challenged? Is it because and it's very 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 difficult to discern, but we can ask that question. Yeah, and if we can learn to agree and support certain viewpoints and ideals, but not to really create very strong ownership or attachment to them, life will be much easier. Right? And of course, there can be certain causes like environmental destruction. We need to really push that idea and help get everyone to support the environment and nature, maybe basic human rights, those things there are basic values we really need to promote and go for it. But there can be certain other policies and ideas that does not matter that much. So we can agree and approve and support certain ideas that we think that's going to benefit a lot, but remove the ownership to it or attachment to it. Mhm. Yeah. But it's difficult, but we can try. We can try. We can disagree, disagree, but we still can be okay with those people. Right? We don't have to hate people that we disagree. I think since children, we are learning that, right? We are learning to live with people with other ideas, other viewpoints, in a community, and we always learn that. But right now, what has happened with the development of media and particular social media, you can select who who going to be your friends. But if you are living in a neighborhood, you have no choice. You just have to be with whoever live in that area. You just have to talk to them, be with them, and live with them. Do things together with them, whether they like your ideas or not, whether they agree with or not. So we develop this ability to even like work or live with people who have different ideas, different viewpoints. But with social media and other things, we can unfriend others. And we can only select the ones that who like our idea, who approve our idea, and we can live a kind of bubble, in a very virtual, unrealistic, reality that you only be with the people who approve your viewpoints and ideas, and kind of unfriend the others, and then we lose the ability. We lose the ability to be with, talk with, engage with people who have different ideas, different viewpoints. You grew up in an environment that you just, you know, you know, you engage with your community, with your neighborhood, with people. But when I think about our younger generations, and most of their relationship, are through digital media, and they are only creating a circle of people who agree or approve or praise them, right? And it is it's not going to be not going to be healthy for them, because they are going to whenever they are going to work with people in workplace or wherever, they have to deal with people who may not look like them, who may not have the same ideas. But
as meditators, finally we have to make our mind not to shake by unwholesome
thoughts,
and unwholesome influence by other people, because we are developing the wholesome thoughts in our mind whenever we go to work with the other people. So whenever we are working in an environment or society or in company as a leader or something. So we are developing our wholesome thoughts, not to shake like wind cannot shake a rock like that.
Yeah. So in the quote which mentioned about how a rock can be very solid and it will not be moved by the wind outside. Yeah. So, but that doesn't mean that it will face the wind. We're not going to avoid the wind.
Yeah.
We are going to face the wind. We are going to welcome the wind, but we are not going to be shaken by it. So for that we need inner stability, right, Bhante? Inner stability, and not to be disturbed by by the comments and other people are making, and it's more like developing more inner refuge and inner sense of security. we get so disturbed when we have insecurity. We don't have enough confidence within ourselves. We don't have inner refuge within ourselves. So with meditation, we develop this ability to recognize, the deep peace that is available to us inside of ourselves, and we develop this ability, to be sink into our body, and then and feels feel the whole body, and then be stable. So when you recognize that there's a source of happiness, there's a source of joy that is available to us, that I can access that, if you follow the proper techniques. And then our value is not dependent on how we look, not dependent on our gender, not dependent on our social, status that given to us. All these things are at the periphery. So our value is not based on those things. Our value really based on our, inside of ourselves, our capacity to love, our capacity to be compassionate, our capacity to see, and that's where the real value is there. So once you trust that, no comments can disturb you because all other comments and viewpoints all are about, about gender, about social classes, all kind of peripheral things. And we'll be so disturbed if you so much rely, our identity, our value on those, gender roles, and how we look, whatever, social or ethnic categories. If you rely our value on those things, and we'll be easily disturbed by so many other, conversations happening around us. Those things are there, and we cannot deny. We all have those, identities. But anyone has multiple identities, right? And no one is having one single identity. We have so many multiple identities. But what's the main one? If someone asks, "Who are you?" I would say I'm a monk, or maybe I can have so many identities, right? The country I'm from, my, whatever, so many. But anyone can have all these things. I'm a man, I'm a female, whatever. But what's the real identity? All these other things are like periphery, right? So what meditation is doing to us is helping us to kind of transcend, maybe penetrate through different layers of our being, and recognizing what is at the core. And this inner capacity to feel calm and safe, and inner capacity to love, inner capacity to know, and that is right there in the middle, and nobody can disturb that. And all the other things are kind of outer layers. So the meditation is helping us to tap into that inner capacity. It's more like the refuge. And then all other things are secondary to us. We will care about them, but not that much. We will care about them, but for most things we don't care because we have a more deeper core to our real value. Okay, so let's experience that value inside of ourselves. Thank you. So we will start our practice with some movements in the body. So we are going to spread our hands, so make sure that you don't hit or touch anyone. Bring your hands down. Spread your feet a little bit apart. That allows you to distribute your weight evenly to your 2 feet. Usually when we stand, you weight to 1 foot. So today we are going to be fair to both our feet and try to distribute our weight somewhat evenly to your 2 feet. It's an act of balance. Take a moment to feel, shift your body and feel the weight of your body in both feet. At the same time, bring your whole attention to your feet, your heels, and feel how the heels are pressed against the weight of the body. The muscles in the heels are pressed. Feel that sensation. And gently shift your attention to the front part of your feet. And feel the sensation in that area too. And feel your toes. See how many toes you can feel inside your soles. With this awareness of the feet, we have come to the present moment. Right now, we are standing firmly, just like a tall tree is grounded thoroughly to the earth, and our weight of our body is evenly distributed. We are in a balanced, stable posture. Acknowledge that stability. This is the kind of stability that we need to develop even in our mind. Being able to stay balanced, stable, while so many things happening around us. We notice them, acknowledge them, but don't let them overwhelm us. This stability, let us now open our eyes and move our hands along with our breath to develop more awareness of our body. Open your eyes. Let the whole air in your lungs go out. Out breath. When you take the next in-breath, gently place your arms to the front. Breathe out, gently spread your hands to the side. Breathe in all the way up. Breathe out, gently bring your hands down. Feel all the sensation happen in the palms, the fingers. Next in-breath, again, breathing in, place the palms to the front. Breathe out to the side. Breathing up. Breathe out, gently coming down. Breathing into the front. Breathing out to the side. Breathing in up. Breathe out, gently come down. Okay, let us take a moment to feel more sensations you can feel in your arms, in your hands as a result of that movement. You may have more sensation around your shoulders. The muscles have been moved and stretched. You may have more sensation in your palms and fingers. The tingling sensations. Just feel them all. Be in your body. Let's do another movement. Again, opening your eyes, and this time you will raise your right hand. I will raise my left hand, but you may raise your right hand. Breathing in, raise your right hand over the up. Breathe out, gently bend to the opposite direction. Releasing the air, nicely bending, feeling the stretch. Breathing in, come to the middle. Breathe out, gently go back, giving a nice stretch, releasing the air. Breathing in to the middle. Breathing out, bring it in, feeling the stretch, releasing the air. Breathing in, come to the middle. And this time when you breathe out, you will gently bring our palm down in full control, feeling all the sensations in the arms, in the elbow, in the palms. developing the awareness of our body. Let's do the same to the other arm. Breathing in, raise your left arm over the arm. Breathe out, gently bend your body, feel the stretch. Breathing into the middle. Breathing out, going back again. Breathing into the middle. Breathe out, go back again, feel the stretch. Breathing into the middle. This time, with breathing out, we will bring our palm down gently, absorbing, feeling all the sensations we can feel throughout the arm. Now let us take a moment to feel the new subtle sensations arising in the body. Because of our bend, you may have more sensations around your rib area, in your back, in your sides. Try to feel all these subtle sensations in that area. And then feel more sensation in the palms, in the tips of the fingers. You may feel even pulsations, tingling sensations. Catch them all and be in your body. With this awareness of the body, we will now gently move back to our chairs. When you move, maintain this awareness of the body. Continue to observe the sensation when you walk, when you bend your knee, when you touch your chair. Try to feel all these sensations throughout the movement. We will nicely adjust our body for our meditation. Try to keep your feet even on the floor if possible. And keep your upper body upright. You can create the inner arch of your lower back if possible. But at the same time, make sure that your shoulders are not tight. Although our body is upright, we want to drop our shoulders to the sides, relaxing them. Keep your chin somewhat parallel to the earth, not bending it, but straightening it, nicely balancing parallel to the earth. We will rest our palms on our lap. In this nice, stable posture, let us listen to the sound of the bell and to the chant, and use these vibrations to settle our mind. You can continue to feel your body, how you feel when body is touching the chair, how much clothes you can feel right now. You can feel the areas where your body parts are touching each other. Stay in your body throughout the bell and the chant.
Samsara. Sannit satang Sucisardhi sang Sandhirakang son Tanupalasang Sanglapadesing Paname Bhisasang
With this awareness of the body, we'll allow this body to relax and rest. We can further relax our body by allowing all the tense muscles to loosen up. We are sitting in a very safe and friendly place. So we can let go of all the concerns and allow our whole body to loosen any tightness or any tension. We can lengthen our in-breath a little bit, purposely taking a very slow, long in-breath. We can do it without any force, gently allowing more air come to our lungs, lengthening the in-breath gently and releasing that air while releasing all the tightness in the muscles. Gently take another slow in-breath and release that breath very slowly, gently, and allow the whole body to drop and relax and release. Do it a few more times. If you have any tightness or any pain, any parts of the body, bring your whole attention to that area and take a long, slow breath. And while you're breathing out, allow that area with pain and tightness to open up, relax, and release. With this relaxed body, let's bring our whole attention to our mind. Just simply watch. What are the thoughts, memories that are occurring in our mind right now? Without selecting any thought, simply notice whatever the memory or the thought that may occur in our mind right now. various thoughts, memories can occur. These are random thoughts, memories, simply popping up in our mind. But right now, we will purposely generate a wholesome thought. We can either let our mind to have random thoughts occurring one after the other, or we can purposely generate a wholesome thought. We can do both, either, or letting the mind to have any random thoughts automatically occurring one after the other, or to generate a wholesome thought purposely. Right now, we will go for the second choice, to generate a wholesome thought purposely. This is a good time to allow and channel our mind or guide our mind to generate one of the most wholesome mental states. Let us make our mind as wholesome as we can. Let us make our mind as positive as we can. This is a good opportunity for that. We will now generate a wholesome quality, loving kindness. We all have this capacity for loving kindness. Loving kindness is the friendliness towards all beings. It is the willingness for everyone to be well. It is the genuine wish of well-being, goodwill. We all have this capacity. Let us now generate that. Allow that capacity, the deep in our mind, to come to the surface of the mind. We will now generate that willingness, that genuine wish of well-being, that friendliness. Just like when we see a little baby with a smiling face, how do we feel when we see a little baby with the giggling smiles? Or how do we feel when we are petting a puppy or kitten? Recognize the openness of the heart, readiness to care, willingness for the well-being of that baby or the puppy or any creature. Let us generate this loving kindness, this open-heartedness, and we will cultivate and grow this wholesome quality. We will maintain and cultivate and keep this wholesome quality in our mind longer. We will direct this loving kindness to all people. We will generate this wholesome wish of well-being towards everyone. We will start with ourselves. Just like any other living being, we ourselves also deserve this loving kindness, deserve this good wish, deserve this loving care. So we will direct this loving kindness first of all to ourselves, to this person sitting here. Feel your presence, feel your posture again, feel that you are sitting here, and make a nice loving wish to yourself. May this person sitting here be well, be strong, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us be generous to ourselves and be kind to ourselves and make all good wishes to this person. Be well, be strong, be healthy, be peaceful. We will take a moment to direct this loving kindness to our body, to all the organs and all the systems of this body that has been helping us to live this precious human life. To all these lungs, heart, we will direct this loving kindness to all these organs. May all our sensory organs, our eyes, ear, nose, tongue, that help us to communicate with the world, may all these sensory organs be well, be healthy, be healed. May these lungs and whole respiratory system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this digestive system that help us to digest what we eat, the stomach, the liver, pancreas, intestine, colon, the whole digestive system, be well, be healthy, be healed. May this heart, cardiac muscles, the whole cardiovascular system be well, be healthy, be healed. May these kidneys, the whole genitourinary system be well, be healthy, be healed. Radiate this loving kindness throughout the body, to these all systems, to all the muscles, bones, and all the joints throughout the body. May this whole body, from the top of the head all the way to the tips of the toes, be well, be healthy, be healed. Let us now expand this wish beyond ourselves to all others, wholeheartedly, wishing everyone else the same well-being. Let us wish for everyone sitting with us in this room right now. May all these people sitting next to us, behind us, in front of us, may all these friends be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let's expand this wish beyond this room to all the people in this whole neighborhood, whoever the people living in this whole surrounding area. Let us wish, may all of them be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us expand our wish beyond this surrounding area to all other faraway places, thinking about the people living in faraway cities, states, and countries. We think about all people. May all people living in the direction that we are facing now, whatever the cities and countries in that direction, may all people living in this direction of our front be well, be well, be well. May all people living in the direction of our right, whatever the cities, states, and countries in that direction, may all people living right now in the direction of our right be well, be well, be well. May all people living in the direction of our back all people living in whatever the places, cities,
states and countries in this direction. May all people living near and far in the direction of our back be well. Be well. Be well. May all people living in the direction of our left, whoever the people living in this direction, near and far, may all of them be well, be safe, be peaceful. Let us expand our wish as far as we can. Let us embrace as many people and as many beings as we can with our wish. We will widen our heart, our wish as wide as we can. May all other animals, the large animals, from large animals all the way to tiny small animals. Let's take a moment to think about all life. May all animals, small and large, may all of them be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us keep expanding our wish to include all living beings, whatever life forms there may be. May each and every living organism, without exception, be well, be well, be well, be peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. Rejoice, this limitless loving kindness, unbound loving kindness, embracing all beings. This loving kindness has no limits. It simply embraces all, near and far. Rejoice, this limitless love, this wholesome state of the mind. Just rejoice. With this rejoice, let us joyfully rest at this moment with our breath. We will gently bring our whole attention to the flow of our breath to deepen the peace and the calmness that we are experiencing now. We will deepen it by simply noticing our breath and keep focusing on our breath. In this peaceful, calm moment, you can feel the air moving through the nostrils. You can feel the air passing behind your throat, filling your lungs. You can feel your outcoming air coming through the nostrils, the inner walls of your nostrils. You can feel your out breath in the upper lips. Let us simply feel this breath. With this joy, with this rejoice of loving kindness, we will rest with our breath. For next few minutes, no hurry, nothing to worry. Only the breath is happening now. Let us be with the breath, rest with the breath. Gently bring your palms together and place them against your chest. Let's take a moment to feel grateful for this opportunity to have peaceful meditation in our life. Let us feel grateful to all great teachers, enlightened masters who passed this wisdom from generation to generations. Let us feel grateful to whoever helped your meditation practice tonight. Let us also feel grateful to staff and patrons of this library who allowed us to use this space for our meditation. Let us feel grateful even to these non-living things which helped our meditation, including this chair, the bell, and these heaters, and this device that help others to connect to this meditation from home. With deep gratitude, let us say sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay. It was nice to have a practice with you together. I wish you all a great week ahead, and may you carry the peace to the rest of the week. And we will look forward to see you next week. Okay. Sukhi Hotu. Good night.